So
I need one of the copies because I'm going to have to read them.
this
Yeah.
is this is one.
Oh, there's another one. There is another one, right?
All right. Should I tell them? Okay, the rules, or you have them?
I have them written out. I could show them up there because I do have them up there, but I also have them.
I can read this out. This way.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, and just change when you say.
All right. So. Um, respectable, and respectful manner. All right? And I like the fact that you've been doing that all day. Let's maintain that. This final round, the 5 of you. Welcome back, Dane. Thank you so much. So at this level, Mr. Principal, we have 5 teams being represented by 3 students. In this final round, there'll be 3 top teams who will receive the awards that you can see displayed already. Yes, you like them? Do you? You like the look of those? Okay. In this round, unlike the last one, each team member must answer one question individually without help from other members of a team. If you attempt to help your team member, you will be disqualified. Are we clear on that? There will be a 4th question, 1 per team, and the team will decide the one person who will answer that question. So 1 question each, and then the 4th question, you will decide who will answer that question, and without help from you as well. Each team will give its members the team number or team letters A, B, C. So for example, you have Basitema ABC, AKU ABC, and so on like that. And you'll maintain those letters. Are we together? Yes, teams? You will rotate according to the table that we have on the board, and this is the procedure. The team member steps forward, and you draw a question at random from a pool of 20 questions, which is what Prof. Sue is showing you. The quizmaster will read the question, and she will repeat the question a second time. Once the quizmaster finishes reading the question for the second time, you have an additional 30 seconds to answer the question. So the timer will begin after the quizmaster has read the question for the second time, and the timer is set for 30 seconds. Once you provide the answer, the quizmaster says either the answer is correct or the answer is not correct. You are awarded 1 point for a correct response, no point for an incorrect response. There is no partial credit for a partly correct answer. You have to satisfy the quizmaster. If you dispute your score, the quizmaster will confer with the judges and the decision will be final. The 4th oral round question can be answered by any one member of a team. The team selects the person to answer question 4, as mentioned earlier. If there is a tie, one member from each of the tie teams will participate in answering a tiebreaker question drawn randomly from the remaining question pool. The team selects the person who will compete to answer this tiebreaker. Now, for the tiebreaker, you will select the person, and that individual will step forward. The quizmaster will read the question, and the first person to answer the question correctly out of the two teams that have tied would earn the mark. An incorrect answer takes 1 point away from the team score. You understand that? You've had a tie, you both stand up, and the question is given to you. The first person to answer the question correctly gets 1 mark, and that's it. If that person gets it wrong, it's -1, and also that is it. All right? The other team wins. If more than one tiebreaker round is needed, a new team member must step forward to answer for each round. Are we clear? Back to you, Sue.
Okay, and just a message for the judges. So the students are all going to pick a number from 1 to 20 out of this little box, out of this little bowl. And so the question numbers on your sheet are numbered 1 through 20. And those numbers, then you look for those so you're ready to see, to determine whether or not the answers are correct or incorrect to help me. So to begin, all A1, B1, C1. Oh, you're doing B1, B, okay, okay, that's fine, okay, that way. One person from each team come forward, and you're going to draw, well, actually, should we do it just one at a time? Okay. One at a time, we're going to draw a piece of paper out of here. So, Team A, come forward. Team, yeah. Okay, but then it's 1 ABC, 1 A. See. Okay, so see, I thought it was A1, B1, and okay. So A's can pick one as a team. Pardon? Oh, this is something somebody wrote. It's okay. I mean, this has nothing to do. Oh, I think we have another one, don't we? Maybe not. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, you're right. We're just getting his. Okay, you can share the correct answers with one of them. Okay. So then you want the A from over there to come first, correct? Okay, you step forward. What is the number on your, pardon? Number 10. We need a second mic. Good. And this is one that is funny because it's in the back. Number 10 is actually down here. Number 10 is down here. I had to renumber them down there for a reason. There's a reason for that. Okay. Oh, yeah, 10. Okay, so 10 is actually on the back. Because remember, this is one that had to be changed. Okay, so I'm going to read the question. I'll read it again. If you don't understand some words that I say, please let me know. So this one's pretty simple. Describe 3 immune functions of the liver. If you have the answer, you can answer it right away. Otherwise, I can repeat the question.
Number 1, the liver produces the coagulation factors. Number 2, the liver produces the complement proteins. Number 3, the liver produces the immunoglobulins.
Okay, I'm having trouble understanding the words that he's using. So maybe you should be a scorekeeper.
Number 1, the liver produces the complement proteins. Number 2, the liver produces the coagulation factors. Number 3, the liver produces the immunoglobulins.
I heard that part. I heard immunoglobulins.
Coagulation.
Yeah, coagulation factors. But that's not the immune function. This is the immune function. So, incorrect. Incorrect. This was the immune function, not the function of the liver, the immune function.
Immune functions.
Okay, I need a...
Next.
Yep. And-
Question 4.
okay. Question 4. Describe the pathway by which vitamin D deficiency can cause secondary hyperparathyroidism.
Could you repeat the question?
Sure. Describe the pathway by which vitamin D deficiency can cause secondary hyperparathyroidism.
All right, so vitamin D is involved in the absorption of calcium by increasing the absorption in the intestines and the kidneys, reabsorption in the kidneys, absorption in the intestines, and so by increasing calbindin and TRPV5 and VS6, it increases calcium. So when there's reduced vitamin D, reduced absorption of calcium, which will be detected by the calcium sensing receptors inside of the calcium sensing receptors, and when it's low, then it's going to be increased release of parathyroid hormone, which is in an attempt to increase the calcium ions.
Did he say it right? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, correct. I thought he said decreased parathyroid, but he said increased. Okay, that's what I wasn't sure. I misunderstood a word you said, and that's why I questioned it. I thought you said the opposite direction. So, okay, number 15.
15.
Okay. Describe respiratory sinus arrhythmia, RSA, and explain how it increases the efficiency of the cardiopulmonary system.
Can you come again, please?
Describe respiratory sinus arrhythmia, RSA, and explain how it increases the efficiency of the cardiopulmonary system.
Respiratory sinus arrhythmia just comes when there is this kind of respiration where during inspiration the venous return will increase, and that increase in venous return is going to cause too much ventricular and atrial systole, and that's going to affect the cardiac output also to the muscles, and that's how it's going to affect the cardiopulmonary system.
Help me, team. Right. Incorrect. Incorrect. Shall I read the correct answer? Do you want me to read the correct answer for these or not? Okay, so RSA is a pattern of higher heart rate during inspiration and slower heart rate during expiration. Increasing heart rate during inspiration increases blood flow through lung capillaries when alveolar oxygen is higher, which allows more blood to become oxygenated. Decreasing heart rate during expiration decreases blood flow through the lung capillaries when alveolar oxygen is lower, ventilation perfusion matching, and also saves cardiac energy. Okay. It's going to take a long time. Okay. Okay, we're not going to do it. What's the next question?
16.
Okay. next in line. Describe the mechanism that creates airflow into the lungs.
So the mechanism that creates airflow in the lungs, we begin with the diaphragm contracts. That one causes the diaphragm to lengthen, increasing the volume within the thorax, hence reducing pressure, which allows air to move from the atmosphere into the lungs, and there is a decrease in alveolar pressure with a more decrease in the pleural pressure, thereby a decrease in transpulmonary pressure, which allows the air to reach into the lungs.
You're okay. Correct.
Next. 11.
Okay. Explain the role of ATP in skeletal muscle contraction and skeletal muscle relaxation.
Help me repeat it.
Explain the role of ATP in skeletal muscle contraction and skeletal muscle relaxation.
Okay. So in skeletal muscle contraction, ATP is going to be important to provide energy so that we can have binding of calcium to the tropomyosin C. And then also in relaxation, we find that when you have less of ATP, you won't have the detachment of the myosin from the actin heads. So we need ATP so that we can have the energy, so that we can break the bond between myosin and the actin heads, so that we can have the adequate relaxation of the skeletal muscle.
Judges? Judges? Advice? You're shaking your head yes. Okay. Correct.
Next.
We've already done 5. We're 1/3 of the way through the first part here, for a quarter of the way through this round. The reason we're doing this number picking rather than just going in order is just in case somebody thought, oh, you knew that team such and such was going to know these questions and stuff like that, which of course wouldn't have happened. So we really didn't need to do this number picking, but we decided to do it. All right. So whatever your is B, whatever.
B, please step forward.
Your number.
13.
Number 13, judges. Explain how hypertension, chronic high blood pressure, increases end systolic volume, ESV.
Chronic hypertension increases end systolic volume by increasing the afterload, such that when the afterload is high, there's less blood that you can eject out of the heart. So at the end of the systolic contraction, you have more blood left in the heart because of the increased afterload.
He's got the increased afterload, so yes, correct.
Nine.
9? Okay, staying on the same page. Explain how habituation affects a response to a stimulus. You want me to repeat it? Okay. Explain how habituation affects a response to a stimulus. No idea? Okay. Okay.
Next. 2.
Okay, this is going to be a longer question, so I may need to repeat it. But it doesn't mean that the answer has to be longer. So, clinically, we monitor homeostasis of various substances by taking a blood sample and analyzing the plasma. Would knowing the plasma concentration of sodium also tell you its concentration in extracellular fluid and intracellular fluid? So the two of them separately, meaning defend your answer. Would you like me to repeat it?
Yes.
Okay. Clinically, we monitor homeostasis of various substances by taking a blood sample and analyzing the plasma. Would knowing the plasma concentration of sodium also tell you its concentration in extracellular fluid and in intracellular fluid, and defend your answer?
Okay, thank you. So knowing the concentration of sodium in a plasma, it is going to help us to know the concentration of sodium in extracellular fluid. Because plasma, when we say extracellular fluid, it has two components, where it has plasma and interstitial fluid. But I don't think knowing the concentration of sodium in a plasma cannot help us to know the concentration of sodium in intracellular fluid. Thank you.
Correct.
Can we kindly refrain from making comments? Let the judges decide. Okay? We may not speak Swahili, but we do know what sawa means. Kindly keep your comments. Asante. Next, please. $14.
Okay. How does the duration of an action potential in contractile myocardium differ from the duration in skeletal muscle, and how is this difference physiologically significant?
Could you please repeat the question?
Will do. How does the duration of an action potential in contractile myocardium different from the duration in skeletal muscle? And how is this difference physiologically significant?
So the duration in the contractile myocardium is going to be longer than the one in the skeletal muscle. And this is very significant because the contractile myocardium has a longer plateau, and there is going to be a longer absolute refractory period, unlike in the skeletal muscle.
Correct.
$8.
Why would a drug that enhances the effects of GABA be used as a treatment to prevent seizures?
I beg your pardon? Could you
Repeat
repeat
it?
that question?
Why would a drug that enhances the effects of GABA be used as a treatment to prevent seizures?
Okay, so GABA is an inhibitory neurotransmitter. So if we use and seizures are usually as a result of overexcitation or overstimulation of neurons. So if we use an inhibitory neurotransmitter, that's going to reduce the firing in the neurons and reduce the amount of seizures.
Correct. Okay, we are now officially 1/2 of the way through the oral round, unless we need a tiebreaker.
20.
Okay. A patient admitted to the hospital with acute ketoacidosis and dehydration was given insulin and fluids containing potassium and other ions. Acidosis is usually accompanied by hyperkalemia. So why was potassium included in the fluids for rehydration? Would you like me to repeat it?
Yes.
A patient admitted to the hospital with acute ketoacidosis and dehydration was given insulin and fluids containing potassium and other ions. Acidosis is usually accompanied by hyperkalemia. So why was potassium included in the fluids for rehydration?
Potassium was included in the fluid to reduce the hydrogen ions, because we normally have the potassium hydrogen ATPase, and also to help push glucose back into the cells.
Wrong.
Seven.
An unmyelinated axon has a much greater ATP requirement than a myelinated axon of the same length and diameter. Why? Would you like me to repeat it?
Yes.
An unmyelinated axon has a much greater ATP requirement than a myelinated neuron axon of the same length and diameter. Why?
An unmyelinated axon, for it to transmit the action potential, requires to have the action potential throughout the axon. Hence, it will require more energy for that action potential. But myelinated axon only has action potentials at the nodes of run via. Hence, there'll be less energy used and faster transmission.
Correct.
Next. What
was it?
12.
Okay, 12. How does the role, somebody saying something? Quiet. How does the role of dihydropyridine receptors, DHPR, in excitation, contraction, coupling differ in skeletal muscle and cardiac muscle?
Could you repeat again?
Sure. How does the role of dihydropyridine receptors, DHPR, in excitation, contraction, coupling differ in skeletal muscle and cardiac muscle?
Okay, in the case of the secretor muscles, the electrical coupling is going to increase, but in the case of the, is it the smooth muscle, the second? In the case of the cardiomyocyte is going to decrease. The electrical coupling in the secretor muscles is going to increase, but in the case of the cardiomyocyte is going to decrease.
Wrong.
Next. $18.
Blood doping is the name given to processes that increase blood oxygen transport in athletes. Name 2 ways blood doping is achieved. I can repeat that. Blood doping is the name given to processes that increase blood oxygen transport in athletes. Name 2 ways blood doping is achieved.
One is by use of exogenous erythropoietin hormone. Second, transfusion of red blood cells.
You only need to give 2, and those are 2 of them, correct. There were a few others he was ready to give us, but he only needed to give us 2.
Next. Six.
Gonadotropin releasing hormone, GnRH, antagonists decrease sperm production. Why are they not used widely as male contraceptives? Would you like me to repeat it? Okay. Gonadotropin releasing hormone, GnRH, antagonists decrease sperm production. Why are they not used as male contraception?
I'm not getting the accent well.
Should I do it again? You want to read it? Which one?
I'm not getting the accent well.
Gonadotropin releasing hormone antagonists decrease sperm production. Why are they not widely used as male contraceptives?
Yes. So, gonadotropin releasing hormone antagonists would prevent the release of gonadotropin from the hypothalamus. Gonadotropin releasing hormone from the hypothalamus, which will also decrease the release of follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone from the anterior pituitary, and those hormones are required for spermatogenesis, and they will also cause impotence in male, and they will cause testicular atrophy, and yes.
You think, okay. What do you think? You read this answer. I think he had the essence. It decreases, well, he said that kind of, yep. I think it, okay. Oh. So, okay, the overall thing is no. It wasn't quite right, but I was thinking that maybe some of it was there, but you missed a key point to it. So incorrect.
You were going towards it, but you didn't mention everything.
Okay, so, no, right. So that was incorrect. So now the round is each team will pick one number and send one person from the team forward. Okay, so team 1 can send someone forward.
Seventeen.
Alveolar air has an average PO2 of 100 millimeters of mercury, but expired air has an average PO2 of 120 millimeters of mercury. If oxygen is moving into the body of the alveoli, why is there a higher oxygen concentration in the expired air than in the alveoli? Would you like me to repeat it? Alveolar air has an average PO2 of 100 millimeter of mercury, but expired air has an average PO2 of 120 millimeters of mercury. If oxygen is moving into the body at the alveoli, why is there a higher oxygen concentration in expired air than in the alveoli?
Idea we'll be having a higher PO2 in expired air than in the alveolar air, because the alveolar air, we're having a lot of anatomical dead space inside the bronchial airways. So the expired air from the alveolar will mix with the anatomical dead space, which doesn't involve itself in gaseous exchange, which makes the PO2 in the expired air to be higher than the PO2 in the alveolar level in the expired air.
Correct.
Next. Nineteen.
19. Okay, same page. Plasma proteins and glucose do not typically appear in the urine of healthy individuals. Why not?
This is because even though they are ultrafiltrated within the proximal convoluted tubule, due to secondary active transport, they are reabsorbed 100% co-transported with sodium.
Are we okay? No, what are they missing? Okay. Okay, they didn't say this. Yeah, so see what you, yeah, so yeah, okay. Incorrect. Oh, I see. So the glucose, but not the, he explained the glucose problem, but not the plasma, yep. Yeah, he only described one of the two. Yeah.
3.
A patient with body osmolarity of 300 milliosmoles is given an IV composed of 300 milliosmol sodium chloride and 100 milliosmolar of urea. At equilibrium, what has happened to the patient's intracellular osmolarity and intracellular volume? Repeat.
Yes.
A patient with body osmolarity of 300 milliosmolar is given an IV composed of 300 milliosmolar sodium chloride and 100 milliosmolar urea. At equilibrium, what has happened to the patient's intracellular osmolarity and intracellular volume?
Okay, thank you. So the infusion of isotonic solution like that of 300 milliosmol of a milliosmol solution of glucose is going to make intracellular volume to decrease, because water is going to move from intracellular to extracellular fluid, which is going to increase extracellular fluid. But okay, let me repeat my answers. It's going to make that volume of extracellular fluid increase, but there is no change in either intracellular or extracellular fluid. But extracellular fluid volume is going to increase, and then urea, as it doesn't have any effect on osmolarity of solution. So final answer, I can say that the intracellular fluid volume and the osmolarity, there is no change is going to happen. Thank you.
I think he missed. I'm pretty sure if I was following the answer, it was incorrect, because in the end, say your final point again. So my answer is.
I say that the extracellular fluid volume is going to increase, but intracellular fluid volume, there is no change. And osmolarity of intracellular fluid is good. There is no change.
Incorrect.
Next, please. Please remember there's a 30-second timer after the second time the question has been read. 1.
Explain the difference between negative feedback and positive feedback.
Could you please state the question again?
Explain the difference between negative feedback and positive feedback.
So, in negative feedback, when you have like an effect, a response, it is going to decrease what is causing it. For example, if a hormone is produced and it has a certain effect, when the effect takes place, the effect or the action produced can reduce the hormone that is being produced. While in positive feedback, for example, in breastfeeding, the effect, what is produced, continues being produced, causes a continuous loop to increase the production.
I think it's correct. Yeah, correct. They weren't, I guess. I just, yeah.
5.
Damage to the median eminence causes disruption of the hypothalamic hypophyseal portal circulation. In this case, what would happen to the plasma levels of ACTH, insulin-like growth factor 1, and oxytocin? I'll repeat that. Damage to the median eminence causes disruption of the hypothalamic hypophyseal portal circulation. In this case, what would happen to the plasma levels of ACTH, insulin-like growth factor, and oxytocin?
Okay, ACTH and insulin-like growth factor levels would decrease, whereas oxytocin levels would remain the same, because ACTH and insulin-like growth factor depend on releasing hormones from the hypothalamus. So without those being transported through the hypothalamic hypophyseal tract, you're not going to have stimulus for them to be produced. But whereas oxytocin is produced in the hypothalamus and by way of axonal flow goes to the posterior pituitary where it's going to be released from, so there's no involvement of the blood.
Correct. Okay, so we've got to get the scores now, and then we'll determine whether we have a clear 1, 2, 3, or whether we need a tiebreaker. So we've got 2, 2, we got 1, 4, and I think, wow, and then 3. So we do need a tiebreaker between Busatima and Aga Khan. So the top team, so automatically first place is Lyra. And Bara is a automatic second place. And Busatima and Aga Khan are in a tiebreaker. So now, so the tiebreaker is, so you each bring one member of your team forward at the same time. So Aga Khan and Busatima send one of your members forward. And so the format is going to be, I'm going to read a question, and if you know the answer right away and you say it, but I will also have the opportunity to read it a second time. Whoever answers first, and if they answer correctly, they get 1 point. If they answer incorrectly, they automatically get a -1, which means the opposite team has automatically become the third place winner. So only one question is going to be needed here, because either the first person answers the question and moves forward, or answers wrong and the other team comes forward. So only one question. Okay, I'm going to let you pick out of 21, 22, 23, and 25, since I have this other one. You choose. So it's going to be very independent. This one, okay. Okay. So the question is, and again, if you know the answer, and if I start reading it a second time, just yell the answer, and if you're right, you get your points. Your point. Why are antihistamine drugs effective in treatment of gastroesophageal reflex problems? Both. Okay. So it becomes a tie. At the same, which is, somebody. So we're going to have to give us, what we're saying is we're going to, what you're saying is,
Sudden death. Sudden death is better. Sudden death.
Which is sudden death. That's. Well, we only have 4 more questions, but. Okay, so I guess I don't know what you mean by sudden death. What? Okay, help me. So ask each team until, we now have 4 questions, so we've got 2 questions that I could pull some that we didn't use for the last round. Okay, so I'll go in the order then. Okay, so which team wants to go first? I'll let you choose. Which one of you wants to go with the next question? Okay. No, wait, what? We can't let them know the answer before the question. Oh, the question number, okay. But we didn't print them out on a piece of paper, and I don't know whether we really need to print it out on a piece of paper. Wait, I didn't have papers on these. Okay, so we're gonna make you pick. Okay, so we haven't done 21. We haven't done 23. We haven't done 24. And we haven't done 25. Now we're going to let them pick a number again. So each of them are going to pick one number. Right. And so which number did you pick? Okay, grab his number. Okay, question 24. Name 2 ways that smooth muscle myosin differs from skeletal muscle myosin.
Repeat the question.
Name 2 ways that smooth muscle myosin differs from skeletal muscle myosin.
Smooth muscle myosin has the light chains, while skeletal muscle myosin has only the heavy chains. Number 2, the smooth muscle myosin
30 seconds. So, the 30 seconds went up. So, -1. But we have another contestant. And so, what's your question number? 21. Pardon?
-1 if you,
You would-
don't get the answer, 1 if you get the answer.
But if he doesn't answer, he gets a -1. Yeah, is that what you said? Yeah.
If he fails the answer, it is -1.
If he doesn't answer at all, it means he failed the answer.
That's
Yes.
0. That's,
Right.
that's 0.
So there's no zeros here. It's 1 or -1. Okay. Name 2 mechanisms by which the kidney helps compensate for respiratory acidosis. Where in the nephron does each mechanism take place? Name 2 mechanisms by which the kidney helps compensate for respiratory acidosis. Where in the nephron does each mechanism take place?
All right, ammoniogenesis, which takes place in the proximal convoluted tubule, and you said respiratory alkalosis. Acidosis, alkalosis?
Acidosis.
Acidosis. So there is reabsorption of bicarbonate in the proximal convoluted tubule, and then ammoniogenesis in the proximal convoluted tubule.
Okay, I didn't hear what the last part was. Repeat the last part.
Ammoniogenesis, reabsorption in the in the PCT, proximal convoluted tubule, and bicarbonate reabsorption in the proximal convoluted tubule.
I'm missing whether or not. 20. Did he say this? The first part for sure is fine, but not the second part. Incorrect, which means we go to another round. And if these don't work, I have some. We didn't do the extra questions in the first round, so I have some more questions. Okay, so what number?
25.
Okay. What are the sources of heat loss for a person immersed up to the neck in a 40-degree water bath? I'll repeat it. What are the sources of heat loss for a person immersed up to the neck in a 40-degree centigrade water bath?
We shall have heat loss by sweating. Since the head is not immersed, we shall have heat loss by air, expired air through expiration, and we shall have heat loss through the mucosal surfaces of the airway and the respiratory by evaporation.
Read and see, because I'm going to agree with. Yeah. What? Yeah. No, oh, 20, 25. I actually think it was correct. I think it was correct. No, well, I don't know whether he might have used wording for that, though. I don't know. Should we have him repeat the answer? Correct. Correct.
23.
Some patients with cystic fibrosis have pancreatic duct obstruction. Why would these patients have steatorrhea, fatty stools? I'll repeat. Some patients with cystic fibrosis have pancreatic duct obstruction. Why would these patients have steatorrhea, fatty stools?
All right, that would be because the pancreas is involved in the formation of enzymes which would be absorbed in fat absorption. So that is lipase. So when the pancreatic duct is obstructed, then lipase is not getting to the food, so with digested food, which means that there is malabsorption of fats, which results in fatty stools or steatorrhea.
Correct. Okay. So since you are both correct, I need to go and get some more questions. You have a. No, this doesn't have an objection. You didn't answer the full thing. You didn't talk about convection. This one we already asked. Oh, we don't, we only have one. Okay, so we only have one more question in our question bank, unless we go back to repeating a question. We did in the rules have a solution for if we're having difficulty breaking the tie. And either, should we just go back to the... Okay, I got them right here. You have the instructions, right? We had rules. We were only going to do 3 in this to begin with, and so we said that we have a plan, but we're differing on what the plan is. I want the written version that we have. But you had the copy. Here it is. The tiebreaker. Okay, so I'm going to read. We did 3. Okay, so then one more, but we've only got one question, which means that we have to, unless we do a different team member, though. We were supposed to select a different team member, so a different team member come forward. Should we do it in, should we? Well, we've only got one question. The alternative, we've only got one question left, and that is. Maybe they should write this one. But if they both get it right, then they'd have to go to then we'd have to go to the. Yes. So I'm just thinking, so the only one we have left is, the only one. No, it says 3. It says 3. So we have one more question left, and that is why this is the question. So this is the question. So what we can do is, my bet is they're not going to jump forward and go faster than that. Well, no, since we can't ask one question first, when they're right, what she's saying is they're right, they both right. Then we now go to Okay, so since we only have one question left in our bank of questions, what we're going to do is have you each write the answer to the question. If you're both right, then we will go with the fact we've gone through 3 rounds of tiebreaker. And the rule then is to use the team score from the multiple choice question as the determining factor. But at this point, then what we've got is you can each write the answer to this question. And if one of you gets it right, that's who goes forward. If you both get it right, we'll go to the using the multiple choice. So, yeah, you can go to your table and write. Yeah, go to your table and write. Oh, because then you'd be, okay, I'll go up to those tables. Those tables have nobody sitting. Yep. Okay. Get him a chair. Okay. We get up, magic markers are sitting right there on the, magic markers are, oh, they're given the magic markers. That doesn't make any difference, that's fine. Okay. All right. All right, so I'm going to read the question. What would be the physiological consequence of damage to the pineal gland? What would be the physiological consequence of damage to the pineal gland? Okay. All right. Okay, all right. Incorrect. I can't read this. It's missing. Yeah.
What the Y is missing? This one is okay.
Wait, where is this? Where is this? But it's missing. It's missing. It's partially correct. It's missing. Yeah, it's missing an important component. So you have. So we are going to now just go by the rules and use the score from the multiple choice questions. Just proves that you were all good because it had to keep going and going and going. So. All right, so we go back to the scores. I don't have them in front of me from the multiple choice questions. I got it up here on the screen. I've got it, I can see it. Have you got it easy? So I think it's Bustima, right? I think it's, yeah, because I think. You guys. Yeah. But it doesn't say, it doesn't say. Okay, they're trying to decide, let me see. I'll let you, but no, this one. And melatonin was really important. This one misses the circadian cycle. And actually, this would be the team that's going to win anyway, so.
But we have a concern from
I'm missing what you're asking.
At first, like the first question that was, everyone has to say.
But then we ended up not counting that one. Yeah. Yeah. Right. And what I'm going to say about this is, yeah, and that's the team that wins anyway. So we don't need to worry about. Yeah, for sure, for sure. So.
They were number 9 and number 8.
They were teams 8 and 9 going from the semifinal round. Busatima was 8 and Aga Khan was 9. And the question about whether or not, the reason we're saying here, you didn't talk about the circadian rhythm on this. But you won. So Busatima. Pardon? I said both were wrong. I declared both wrong. Busatima won because of the thing. I just said if there's an argument about this, then it's not, yeah. I mean, the big thing was melatonin, and then, yeah. But nonetheless, it's, yeah. That's what I said. It doesn't make any difference about that round. We're going to start the award ceremony in a couple of minutes. So stick around, and everybody has been a winner. all students should stay. Don't leave just because you think you didn't get anything. You've got some, because every participant is going to get a certificate of participation, number one. And there are some surprise awards. And so please do not leave.
Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Well, as we are waiting for the presentation of the prizes, we are going to be entertained by the Rwandan traditional dancers. We have a group of Rwandan traditional dancers who are going to entertain us. So kindly, you're welcome.
mwiriwe none mwiriwe abashyitsi mwe abashyitsi bahiye mwiriwe mwiriwe none mwiriwe abahizi sha izo ni imbere gitera z'u Rwanda. nuko kabura wageze bugana bwanga no muzara kandi twantagira muzinga bashira bajya cyangwa matindi nkera yabeza iyo ni ruhamesha ehe iyo ni ruhame y'intare nuko inzovu zarapfuye bazigabye ibitaro kwibyinira ikigo temera gitero z'u Rwanda tukibyina n'ubuhanga tukibyina n'ubutore museruke babareba ntacyo babatwara inzovu zarapfuye bazigabye ibitaro inzovu zarapfuye bazigabye ibitaro kwibyinira ikigote ngara abahizi rero ikigote cyareze cyereye abagingo ikigote cyareze cyereye abagikunda inzovu zarapfuye bazigabye ibitaro twibyinira ikigo temena gitero z'u Rwanda wigenza umugongo mena gitero y'u Rwanda umusore ukaba waraba ntacyo babatwara zirayomba nuko ye izo ni imbere gitero z'u Rwanda ahowe.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you very much for your patience. And we are very sorry to delay you for some minutes now. There are some new developments that we did not anticipate. And we're trying to be very, very correct in our approach of determining the awardees. Because we don't want to be sued by the students who deserve the award, so that you will not write petition against us. That's why we have to. So first of all, I would like to use this opportunity to welcome our principal, College of Medicine and Health Sciences, University of Rwanda, Professor Abraham Metike. So Your Excellency, sir, you are welcome, sir. So he's here in two capacities. In the first capacity as the representative of the Vice Chancellor of the University of Rwanda. And also is representing himself also as the principal of the College of Medicine and Health Sciences. Please give him a round of applause. In the University of Rwanda, if he says today, Abdul Latif, your job is finished, I have to pack my bag and go back to Nigeria. So that means the security of my job is in his hand. And if he says, Abdul Latif, I like your face, I'm giving you 10 years contract. No one can question him. He has the power. Please give him a round of applause again. And also we have here another excellency, the Dean of the School of Medicine and Pharmacy of the University of Rwanda. So Professor Florence Rutagarama. Please give him a round of applause. Thank you, sir. So now that we have them with us, maybe I'll just make it brief and hand over the award presentation process to them. But 1 second. So the awards we want to present are being sponsored by some categories of people. We have, we have the trophy, as you can see, very beautiful trophy that we have designed. And the trophy was sponsored by the East African Society of Physiological Sciences. We have plaques for the first, second, and third positions. So these awards we have seen, the trophy and the plaques, they are for the university. So it means that if you win as a team, your university has won. And it's a reason that we have made it to be a teamwork, a collaborative work, because you are here on behalf of your universities. Then we also have cash prize for contestants. So apart from the trophy and the plaques for the first to third positions, we have cash for first, for second, and third positions. And this cash award also is sponsored by the East African Society of Physiological Sciences. We just don't want the university to receive award and the students have nothing to enjoy. Even though the money is not very big money, but we believe you will appreciate the token we could afford. So for each of the winning students, that means we have, in the 3 positions, we have 9 students. 3 from Lira University, 3 from Mbara University, 3 from Busitema University, all from Uganda. So it means we have $100 for each student, making $900 from EASPS POS. So the cash award we have awarded, you are not going to share that one. The $100 is in your name as an individual. that has struggled to participate in this. So apart from the $100 award that we have for each student among the 3 winning universities, we have a professor from India, Professor Sami Ghosh. She is one of the Physiology Education Committee members of EASPS. She wanted to be here, but some things changed her plan, so she couldn't make it. And she felt that the people in the 4th position, as we could see from this, in fact, she was an angel, or she is an angel. Maybe she has seen what is going to happen. She was like, sometimes there's really no difference between 3rd and 4th position. And she sponsored a consolation prize. I have never heard about that terminology. Which one is consolation? Are they crying? Why are you consoling them? But she said she wanted to sponsor a consolation prize for the 4th position because they are not always different from the 3rd. So Professor Sami Ghosh has sponsored also $100 per student in the 4th position. So that makes a total of $300 for the 4th position. If you add this cash award for the 1st to 3rd, that means we have $1,200 we are going to share for these 12 students. So, apart from this, I have mentioned our partner, AD Instruments, that we have listened to their team yesterday for the Power Lab. They have also sponsored another award in the name of late Emeritus Professor Tony McKnight, the founder of AD Instruments. So in their case, they believe everything is not money. We are promoting education. So we don't need to continue sharing money every time. So they are now giving access to the LT. We saw the LT software for the AD Instrument. So they are promised that for the winning university in the 1st position, they will give free access of LT to the winning university in the 1st position for 90 days. That is 3 months. And the access is for both students and lecturers. It is not only for the lecturer, for the students and lecturers in the university. They can have free access for 90 days. In the 2nd position, they will have 60 days access to the LT. And in the 3rd position, they will have 30 days access. So that is an educational award for the winning team. At least that one can help you to promote how you do practicals in your university using the Power Labs of AD Instruments. And myself, as a person, I am sponsoring an award for the best, for the 1st team. And I am sponsoring this award not in my name, but in the name of late Professor John Bosco Gahutu, who was the pillar of university, of physiology in Rwanda. All the doctors in Rwanda, they are passed through Professor Gahutu, especially in physiology, but we lost him during COVID period. So an event like this, especially a physiology event in Rwanda, we should not forget without remembering him. So I'm sponsoring an award of 100,000 Rwanda francs in the name of late Professor Gahutu for the 1st position. Then there's another cash award. That means the 1st position, is the Lira University. They can share the money the way they want among the 3 students. The money is not to the university, it's to the students. They can share it the way they want it. Then, apart from that, we have an award for the best Kenyan. Dr. Faraj Al-Kizim, you all know him, is the EASPS country representative. He's not here because he's going for Hajj. He would have been very happy to be here. But because of Hajj, he's not here and he's very sorry for not being here. He has also sponsored an award for the best Kenyan. And how do we determine the best Kenyan? The best Kenyan students. So it has to be from the winning university. If you have a Kenyan university who wins, because it is like the way we do CAT, an exam. You cannot say someone got high mark in CAT and did not get high mark in final exam. And you now say the person who scored high mark in CAT was the highest scorer. Assessment is progressive. So it means that the way we determine the best student, we pick it as best of the best. So meaning that from the university in Kenya that is seen as the best in rank, we pick the best students among their team. That's how we know the best students in Kenya. So he has sponsored 100,000, no, sorry. He has sponsored 10,000 Kenyan shillings to the best students from Kenya. Then we have from Rwanda, we have our colleagues who have sponsored the best students from Rwanda. We have Professor Elemi John Ani is here, and we have Dr. Akaniyene Ime. They have sponsored an award for the best students from Rwanda. So it means that in rank, University of Rwanda is the university that enters the final position. So we are going to select the best among the University of Rwanda students who contested in the last round. That is the final position. So it means that the best from UR will get this award as the best student in Rwanda. Then we have also, the award they have sponsored is 200,000 Rwanda francs from Professor Elemi John Ani, and 50,000 Rwanda francs from Dr. Ime. So making a total of 250,000 Rwanda francs for the best student from Rwanda. So again, sorry I'm taking time. We have so many awards. And I believe that's why we are here. We have also cash award to the best Ugandan students. And this award was sponsored by Mr. Abat Ninsima. He's our Ugandan country representative. So he's sponsoring an award for the best student from Uganda. That means that the award will go to the candidate from the best university, Lira University. Then the next award, yes, it is not going to be a cash award. It is something you have received even before the award session. Professor Simiat Elias, we have to acknowledge her contribution. She has sponsored all of the T-shirts that you are putting on. All the 66 students who contested in this quiz. The 66 T-shirts, branded T-shirt of ESPS you are putting on, it is not from EASPS budget because we are not rich. We are only trying to do our best. So we thank her for sponsoring the 66 shirts that everyone is putting on. And you can see white cap also on the head of some of us. She has also produced a dozen of cap. She sponsored it from her personal money. So it is not a kind of cash award we are giving you, but because you have benefited from the T-shirt, we have to acknowledge her for that. Thank you, Prof. And yes, from EASPS again, we are also declaring formally that we don't want to lose you after this quiz. We don't want you to just come to a quiz like this and go. So automatically, all of the students that participated in this quiz, we are giving you free membership of EASPS and AAPS until you graduate from the university for your bachelor program. So that means if you have 3 years, 4 years, 5 years to still be in the medical program or dental or pharmacy, any program you are studying, as long as you still remain an undergraduate student, you are an automatic member of EASPS and AAPS. You have to join a double membership during your studentship. Then again, that one is part of what we are going to give you. You are the only one in this event that will go home with print certificates. All other participants who are for the workshop, they are going to get their certificate electronically. So we have printed certificates duly signed by the judges and everyone. So we are going to, whether you win or not, whether you qualify for second round or not, as long as you participated in this quiz, as long as you are among the 22 universities and you are a contestant, we are giving you certificate of participation, of contest, so that it will be an evidence that you represented your university to contest in the first East African Physiology quiz. So these are the awards that we have for you. So let me hand over the mic to Professor Elias to tell us what is next.
Thank you so much, Professor Lagbosi. Mr. Principal, Dean, colleagues, are very, very brilliant students. We've come to the end of this workshop and quiz, and I like to think that we've all enjoyed ourselves. We have learned something new, we've made friends, and hopefully we'll see you, maybe not you, a younger version of you in the next edition. All right? So thank you very much. We are now at that point where we give out the awards, and then we can have the weekend program declared closed. I'd like to thank all our international colleagues who have been the bedrock of the quiz. Professor D. Silverton, who couldn't join us, although she wanted to. Dear Professor Subaman, who's been with us since Wednesday. Professor Sami, who, as you heard, not only participated in drafting the quiz, but also gave the 4th place award. Professor Cheng, who initiated this whole process about over 20 years ago, and Professor Fadel Esop, who also participated, being the former, even past president of the African Association of Physiological Society, and he's from South Africa. So we thank them all. We'd like to thank the AD Instruments. They have also contributed to this, the success of this workshop. We're grateful that they're keeping the memory of Professor McKnight alive, because this was what he was always doing. For now, without much ado, we'll start presenting the awards as listed by Professor Lagbonsi. And we will start from the... Okay. So we'll start from the country awards. But we need to say the names. All right, so those individual awards, we will call the students, but I've been informed that the donors mostly are going to just transfer to the recipients, okay, because they are from the same country. But those who are here amongst the donors will come out and shake your hand, and hopefully they will not put their hands back in their pockets until they've given you the money in your... All right, thank you. So, award for the best Ugandan student, which is in cash. So while we are waiting for the Ugandan students, let's go to the best Rwandan student, which is still... Dr. Ime, can you please come over? You were writing the names of the best Rwandan students.
Best Rwandan student?
The best Rwandan student, Mr. Principal, is Eric Berengero. Pardon me. Okay. Eric Berengero. No. Yes, there's one more. So he will be receiving the 250,000 Rwandan francs promised by both Professor Annie. Professor Annie, please. Yeah, Professor Annie, please come and shake his hand, and Dr. Ime, so that you would go with him and put the money in his account as promised. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Eric. Let him also put a picture with him. He will also take a picture with our principal, the Dean, and Professor Subaman. Please. While the principal and the dean remain where they are, I'd like to call the best student from Uganda, from Lira University. Austin Asimwe. You will not. So that's the best candidate from Uganda, from Lira University, who has been awarded 200,000 Ugandan currency by Mr. Herbert Nsima. Then we have the best Kenyan student, an award given by Dr. Faraj Al-Kizem, and that's in the person of Brian Weru Komu. From the Arakan University. So you'll also be receiving your money by transfer. Now we'll go on. Yes. To the consolation prize. The students said they are not crying. But our dear Professor Sami from India had issued this prize award for the 4th position university. Incidentally, that's the Arakan University. So the candidates will step forward. Then we have the Professor John Bosco Gautu Memorial Award. It was a great man. He was the one that organized the African Association of Physiological Sciences meeting that held in Rwanda in 2018. And that was the first time most of us visited Rwanda. So in his memory, Professor Abdulatif is sponsoring this Professor John Bosco Gautu Memorial Award for the 1st position that goes to Lira University, 100,000 Rwandan francs. Lira University, can you come forward? Lira University. We are the contestants. I'm seeing like 100 people. Congratulations, faculty. Well done. Yes. Right, so you'll get the money today from Professor Abdulatif. Now, the next round. So I'd like to invite the Busitema University, third position. Busitema University. They will get the plaque as well as the cash awards from the principal. Faculty, Busitema. They will also receive the cash awards. Students as well.
They work for it. They should do the work.
Don't cover your colleague's face.
Lower the, exactly.
All right, congratulations, Busitema. Next is MEST. Congratulations. Well done. MEST, please come.
Mbara University.
Mbarara University. Where is the third candidate? Congratulations. Well done. And faculty as well. Congratulations. And the moment we've been waiting for, the first position, Lira University. Students first, faculty. Please let's continue the applause. All right. Congratulations.
We have awards for Susan, for her.
Yeah.
Huh?
All right. So we also have these awards that have just been uncovered. The first, this is going in no particular order. This is an award to one who really deserves it. He has used his position to support us, and most of the things you're seeing that has made this weekend a success, I hope it's been a success, have been due to him. I would like to invite the chair of the Department of Medical Physiology at this university, Dr. Haley Wondimu. Thank you so much for your support. The next also is an award of appreciation for immense support. It's not always that you have this kind of event supported by the Dean. Sometimes you need the Dean and he's traveled, whereas he's still in the office. All right, so this particular Dean is not like that. We thank you, Professor Florent Rutagarama, for your immense contribution and support to the success of this program. Thank you so much. A lot of you are seeing a young man up and down everywhere. I'm sure some of you have seen him even in your dreams, haven't you? You may have, yes. I would like to appreciate Dr. Ime Akanieme. He has been the power behind the Secretariat of the Physiology Education Committee of ESPS. Thank you so much. You didn't wait for the picture. Thank you and well done. The next one will be also for an indefatigable lady. We've mentioned her so often in this conference, this meeting. I've also mentioned her today. Professor Suberman has dedicated herself to physiology. She was the chair of the IUPS mentoring program in Africa as the vice president of the International Union of Physiological Sciences. At this program, she is a quiz master. She was also part of the quiz drafting committee, and she still also made it down physically. Thank you so much, Sue, for all that you do.
I want to add that she paid for the expenses of coming to this event herself. We didn't give her ticket. We didn't give her accommodation. She paid everything herself. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And before you leave, we have a gift, also an award for Prof. D. That's what we like to call her. Professor D. Onglo Silverthorne, the chair of the quiz drafting subcommittee. Also, as I mentioned to you, I think it was yesterday, this is a lady who introduced active learning to us, and she has, at her advanced age, I wouldn't say she's old, but she's advanced in age, but she's still so very interested in what happens to us as physiologists in Africa. We wish her and her family well. She would have loved to be here, but for some family reasons, she couldn't make it. So we'd like to give this to you, ma'am, to kindly pass on to her. Thank you.
I want to add that Professor D. Silverton, in addition to her role as the chair of the quiz subcommittee, this quiz we have seen, she was the chair of the committee that drafted it. Financially, she and her colleagues, who are the chairs of the board of AD Instruments, they donated $1,200 for us to organize this event. So it means that we're able to host the students, in the accommodation and give you nice dinner because of the money we receive from our team. So we thank her and we recognize her impact too.
This is interesting. We have this honors award for the president of the East African Society of Physiological Sciences, the indefatigable, talented Professor Abdulateef Alagbosi. That's another person you're likely to have been seeing in your dreams.
And in my language, let me speak Yoruba first, before English. They say, it means it is the biggest person that you call last. That's why she has to be called last. So we have the chair of the Physiology Education Committee of ESPS, the planner of this event. Because I'm just a data boy sharing information on their behalf. They are the planner. So we are awarding the chair of our Physiology Education Committee for the great contribution to the success, to the planning and success of this program. And we have Professor Elias. Please come for your award. And Alaji, our husband is here, happily sitting and watching. And I would like to honorably invite Alaji to come and join us in receiving the award with our wife. And thank you for giving her the time to perform effectively. Behind every successful woman, there must be an understanding man. Yes.
The principal, I think, would like to hear your remarks.
Thank you. Good evening, all. I am not prepared to say something. I was here observing. What I learned is that such type of competitions can improve the physiology, the foundation of medical sciences across participating institutions. Not only across participating institutions, across participating countries. That's one thing. Additionally, it will also help our competitors to develop their critical thinking as well as problem-solving issues through such encounters. Besides that, I feel that it will help us to collaborate among institutions in the region and also create networking by individuals, professors, as well as learners. So I commend such activity to continue. Whatever the outcome is, forget about getting the award. By participating in such competition by itself, you are the winners. Yeah, you are the winners. Yes, all of you, you are the winners. You see, I saw one candidate from the second awardee institution. He was in emotion, he was crying, he was touched. But you see, you are all best of the best. And so you have to be proud for reaching to this level. You have to appreciate. And after all this, if you get an award, a prize, that is something else. That is something else. Congratulations for those who have won the prize. The others who didn't win the prize doesn't mean that you are not yet there. You are there. And after all, we are educationists, but we are not as such fine-tuned the questions. What I can say is from my observations, the difficulty level of the questions, the difficulty. You see, in such type of competitions, if the difficulty level of the questions are fine-tuned, that will tell us some more. But until now, it went well. I thank you very much for trusting us. I hope you found us as you trusted us, to your expectation, organizers. We thank you very much. We are enjoying having you here during those 3 days. This means a lot, and it will inculcate the foundation of medical science, not only in University of Rwanda, but among other medical schools in Rwanda too, whether they are participated or not. That's the beauty. So we thank you very much. I hope those who were not in the position to get a prize wait for the second edition. And if you are not making on the second edition, the third edition will be there. So continue doing your best. Otherwise, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the days. I have heard in the announcement, some of you are going to the western part of Rwanda to visit Lake Kivu. So enjoy your trip. It's not very far. It is close by. Enjoy your trip. Some of you from Tanzania, even though Tanzania is famous for so many national parks, you can see also other parts of the parks in Rwanda, which is close by to Tanzania, the Akagera Park. So pass by there so that you can see the usual animals there too. So those from Uganda, even though there are the Virunga Mountains are common for the 3 countries, pass by there. So the Rwandan side is the best to see the gorillas, yeah. So try to see, yeah. So enjoy and have a nice travel. I'm going back home, and that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Principal. Our Dean would like to say a few words as well. You won't? Okay, thank you so much. To the audience, faculty in particular, yesterday, the president announced that you might want to host the next edition. So if there's anyone right now who wants to, well, open a bid to host the next edition, let's know now before we leave this place. Uganda, you want to?
Islamic University.
So, hello everyone. Yes, my name is Dr. Kahiri. I come from the United States International University. Now, some people are asking me, the United States International University, is it in Africa or is it in the US? So I will just give a brief introduction that we were once, our parent university was San Diego in the United States. And then we became a fully chartered university. So now we are in Kenya, or rather even that time it was a campus in Kenya, but under San Diego. But now we are a fully chartered individual university in Kenya. We have chosen to be the next host. With a selfish angle to it, because we are hoping that there are so many universities from Kenya here, but we didn't take anything. So we'll have the home advantage. The next trophy will come from Kenya. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that bid. Is there a second university? Is there any other university, maybe from another country? No? All right, so we'll continue to work with you and hopefully we can get this to fruition. Thank you so very much. Students, please do not leave without talking to Dr. Ime. He has your certificates. Please collect your hard copy certificates. Faculty, you'll get yours in the mail. All right? I think that our principal has already declared the meeting closed. You will like to do that. Thank you so much.
Okay, I already said that enjoy the rest of the evening and the days while you are in Rwanda. The session is closed now, and that's all. Thank you very much.